Speaking of falling back, we're going to fall back on the power of a commercial break. And Mr. Snowman, our producer, to edit us out of this pickle, we just had some technical difficulties. So we'll be back after the commercial. You're listening to the Sportatorium on Arena Sportsnet. All right, and we are back thanks to the magic of Mr. Snowman editing us. Thank you very much, sir. We were just in the middle of talking about the Dallas Stars and how they have a tendency to fall back on the Ben and Sagan, and how they're actually pretty good when they don't do that and when they actually play as a team. You want to keep that point going along, or did you lose your train?
Kind of lost my train, man, but it's a 23-man team. It's not a 2-man team. So, this very much reminds me of the Moro Modano days of towards the end. That's the two best players, and whenever something went wrong, oh no, it was their fault.
Yeah.
Well,
and Kari too. They'd blame Kari too. He was pretty freaking good back then too.
Yeah, I call me crazy, but even I've said that he's had his bad moments, but that doesn't make him a bad goalie.
Oh.
I mean, they had...
No, go ahead.
They had solid performances from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they put up a wall around Kari. Like, they wouldn't let Colorado in the zone. And let's be honest, Colorado does have some talent. Their record does not speak for their talent, in my opinion. They're a good bunch of... Yeah, they're just struggling. So, and when Colorado finds their way out of that, then Dallas is going to be in trouble because we have trouble with them a lot. So, but yeah, it's just stupid to blame the issues on two guys when there's 23, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
23 players put in an A-plus performance, you get a shutout. You're not going to get a shutout every time. But
you damn well have a really good chance of getting a win, though.
Yes. To me, I'm going to be bold here and say they looked kind of like what they did last year. If they can just find that spark, get each other going, hold each other accountable. Coach, too. Coach said he needed to hold himself accountable.
Yeah.
Not gonna get any more detail than that because I don't know. But I know that he's told that to the Dallas media, and that's just going to be what they have to do.
Yeah, accountability is so underrated, but such a big part of a winning team. Because it was one of the main issues for the Edmonton Oilers through the last 6 years since 2010. 2009, they were not bad. People like to say, "Oh, they've been crap for like 10 years." No, not 10. They missed the playoffs by only a handful of points in 2009. But 2020, yeah, okay. 2010, when Rollison was replaced. Dwayne Rollison, I love that guy. Pause.
Me too.
The Oilers just bombed, and then they declared that they were rebuilding, and then from then on was a comedy circus act of not having any accountability towards anyone. And that was one of the main problems, along with rushing rookies and the lineup. Just accountability was not a thing. They never got on Taylor Hall. They never got on Nuge, even though I love Nuge. They never got on him. They gave him roster spots, and they're like, "Yep, we're gonna put you there because we drafted you first overall. So screw it. I don't care what you do. You're handed the keys to the franchise." Accountability is big.
It is. That's a dangerous position to be in, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
First overall pick. Hey, you're gonna play. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. unless you're a generational talent like Connor McDavid, like Sidney Crosby, like Patrick Kane was head and shoulders above every other rookie in his class. When you have those kind of players, then yeah, maybe you put them on the NHL team. Not necessarily give them the keys to the first line, but yeah, McDavid and Crosby, you had to play them. Ovechkin, you had to play them. But Nuge and Hall and Yakupov, those guys, come on, all due respect to all three of them, they were not generational talents. No one hyped them as a generational talent ever. They were first overall because there was no Connor McDavid in their draft class.
Yeah.
And even they all could have slipped. Taylor Hall, you had the Taylor Tyler situation, which they should have drafted Tyler Seguin. God knows what happens from there. The Oilers probably don't have McDavid today if that happens, but it just started. Anyway, the point is Taylor Tyler. So Taylor Hall was not a clear-cut number one overall. You had Nugent Hopkins, who could have slipped down to third, fourth overall. They had some good defensemen in that class. And obviously, Gabriel Landeskog, though he's a winger, I don't think you should draft wingers when you have good centers available. And then Yakupov could have slipped all the way down to fifth or sixth. Like, that made me so mad when they drafted Nail Yakupov. You have no idea.
I love hearing that story, though.
I was like, oh, yeah, we need a defenseman. I think it's pretty obvious we need a defenseman. I'm probably going to go with Ryan Murray. Or, what do you mean Sarnia? Sarnia doesn't have any. They pick Yakupov. They actually pick Yakupov. That was my reaction. I was like, are you serious? I still have not forgiven them. I'm dead serious, dude.
Oh boy.
Of course, today you look at it and you're like, yeah, all the bad decisions led to getting Connor McDavid, but did we have to go through that though? Like, did we really have to? Man.
But see, it does pay off in the end. My Cowboys have done the same thing.
Yeah, but you can't excuse their terrible management with but it paid off in the end with Connor McDavid. Because was that really the plan? Let's suck and make terrible management moves, and then we're gonna win the lottery by the skin of our teeth, and we're gonna get Connor.
It's never the plan because it's bad business. You don't suck on purpose on somebody else's dime. No.
NHL teams have done that. You could have filled a division last year with people who were bombing voluntarily.
I'm not saying nothing.
It's true.
But see, the thing is, with the Stars, can they keep that accountability attitude? You know who they play tomorrow night?
Oh, but I can tell you if you allow me 10 seconds to find out.
They play the Calgary Flames tomorrow night.
He did not allow me 10 seconds to find out.
No, I already knew.
Good stuff. Oh, they play the Flames. Good luck with that.
They play the Flames, and I think, call me daring, call me brave, call me psychotic. If they can keep that team first mentality.
No.
Everybody on that team is important. Everybody's got to do their job because that's what they're on the ice to do.
Yep.
I think they beat the Flames. I don't know by how much, as my buddy over here sits on a duck.
Several ducks.
Several ducks. Okay. I think they can beat them. Do.
Shenanigans. Voodoo wizardry. That's no. Look, listen, the Flames are Okay, I'm not even trying to make this pun, but they're on such a hot streak right now. Their goaltending is doing well, which God knows how long that's going to last. When you have a hot goalie, you can ride him for weeks and weeks. An average ass team can be a playoff team if you have a hot goalie.
Yep, this is true.
Okay. Look at last year's Montreal Canadiens. That wasn't a playoff team. But if they had Carey Price, you bet anything you own that they would have made the playoffs if they had Carey Price for the whole season.
Yeah.
But, it's so the Flames, I don't think, no. Nope. The offense is good. Gaudreau came back. I don't think they're winning anything. The Flames are going to roll them over.
Ouch.
Yep. Do they play in Dallas or do they play in Calgary? That's tomorrow night, you said?
Yeah, I think they play in...
They play in Dallas.
Yeah, they play here.
No, I still don't see them winning. The Stars.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
That was part of the reason why I called the Penguins as my favorites for the Stanley Cup last year, was because they came into the playoffs on a hot streak. When you're on a hot streak and you're confident, man, as an athlete, that can carry you a long way.
Yeah.
I think it was a nice little victory against the Colorado Avalanche, but Flames gonna come in there and whoop that ass. Gonna be over.
Oh, I want to see him win so bad now because you said that.
What do you do if it's 3-0 Flames early on? I think I'm getting fired if that happens.
As of Wednesday, we may be looking for a new co-host. So follow me on Twitter and submit your applications real fast. Because qualified entrants will be replied to by Friday. Okay? Okay. No. This guy right here has been my friend for months now. And we, it's been a short friendship, but we hit it off and,
How did you guys start this whole show thing? On my gaming channel, he left a comment. I thought he was smart, and I followed him on Twitter.
And it was probably a smart-ass comment. I don't even remember now.
I don't remember either, but you said something intelligent about the Dallas Stars, I think. And either the Stars or the Oilers. And I was like, you know what? This guy is smart. And, when you're a fan of the Oilers, you see a Dallas Stars fan connecting with you. And they're just, nice with it, because, of course, they're rivals. So if they're nice with it and they're smart, I was like, you know what? That's a cool dude. So that's how we started this train we're taking to the promised land.
Glorious promised land at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you gotta. I'm not the typical fan. I analyze it in a very business-like sense because of my training.
Yeah.
No, I know Edmonton might be better right now. I look forward to Dallas finding their missing pieces. Like I said to many people last year, the Cowboys would this year. The Stars, I feel, are a couple pieces away from doing the exact same thing. I think it's defense and I think it's attitude. The Stars have always been an in-your-face team.
Yeah.
They are not afraid to bash somebody up against the boards. And
this is true.
They need that back.
As an Oilers fan, this is very true.
He knows. And
the playoff battles we have were freaking intense, dude.
And, during that time, I didn't even care if the Stars win. I just wanted to see somebody get shit beat out of them, for being brutally honest.
That's how we all start loving hockey.
Yeah, that's how I started when I was 12.
Well,
okay.
Us that are old enough to have seen rough hockey. Oh.
Are you telling me I'm old, young Padawan?
No, I'm just saying. Some people
He's like, no, I'm
started
saying you're a
watching.
fucking dinosaur.
No, I'm just saying. Some people that started watching hockey in the last couple of years, you haven't seen hockey in its purest form with gloves flying everywhere. Okay.
And no, if you see gloves flying everywhere, you're in for a good game.
Oh
Trust
yeah.
me.
Freaking Ray
And
Emery, Ryan Miller fighting. Come on, man. Those were classic games. That one game, the Senators versus Flyers that had like 78 fights in it.
fucking 219 or whatever it was penalty minutes.
Yeah, in the third alone, I think. Something like that.
Oh, nah, that was an exaggerated number, but it was pretty high.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
I don't even think that's that much exaggeration. I think it was 200 and something. I wouldn't. No, there were so many fights in that game, dude. It was ridiculous.
Lion brawls on lion brawls on lion brawls.
Yeah, I'm saying though, like I'm surprised the teams finished with enough players to qualify as an NHL team.
They call in their AHL team just off of the one period.
Right? Like, excuse me, fans, give us a few hours while our AHL players make the trip.
ECHL teams done called up to the AHL. Yeah, leagues are moving. Oh my gosh.
That'd be hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen down in Dallas, that's why the Central Hockey League down here disbanded. Sucked into that fight right there. I'm kidding.
That's what happened. And now you know. No, but let's get back to the Colorado game because we got some news that came out on Eric Johnson's injury.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks with a broken fibula. That's such a big blow for Colorado. Like, they're already struggling, and you take Johnson away. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. You take him away, and it's going to be pretty difficult for Colorado to climb out of their hole.
You think they got it bad? Patrick Sharp is now on the shelf again. Concussion-like symptoms.
On IR.
Yeah, on IR.
Which means he has to miss at least 3 games before he can take it off.
His return date is unknown. It's indefinite.
Yeah,
what I read.
Yeah, I read the same thing too. It's indefinite. It's a concussion, so you can't really tell.
Right.
So it could be a few weeks. It could be a few months. It's a concussion. It's weird. The brain. It's weird stuff. Don't study brains. It's no.
No, don't. It will make your brain hurt. Get a concussion off of studying? No, you can't. I'm gonna shut up now.
If you get a concussion off of studying, that is some hardcore studying.
I've been there, man.
I'm talking like you need to do some hardcore stuff where like you're with your girl, right? And she's helping you study, and like every time you get an answer, a quiz answer wrong, she just smacks the hell out of you. That's how you get a concussion while studying. It's just your girl going, smack! You got the answer wrong.
I've been there. I never failed a test again after that. I promise. Ouch.
Got smacked the hell up. In more injury news, Philadelphia Flyers forward Matt Reed. Wow, Philadelphia Flyers forward. Woo! Matt Reed will miss 4 weeks with an upper body injury. As of right now, we don't know what the injury is, but we know it's in the upper body, so yay! Anyway, we know that he'll miss 4 weeks, which is a month if you can math. It's a couple of games. So,
oh wow,
it's a good amount of games. The Flyers, I mean, he's not their top point getter. He's not a Voracek. He's not a Giroux. But Matt Reed is still important to the Flyers. Yeah, he can be replaced because, of course, he's not the big point getter, but he's just good. Matt Reed is good. Okay, he just is. Just trust me. He wouldn't have spent so many years with the Flyers. I think he's at like his 5th or 6th year with the Flyers. He wouldn't spend that long if he wasn't important to their team.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have something to say before we wrap up this show, sir?
If I did, I forgot now. All the technical issues.
All right. Well, we are going to not wrap this up because we have our very last segment. It is the At Least You Tried Award for a lit performance that did not lead to anything.
Lit. It's almost elite. Not.
It would have been elite had his team not sucked. The award today goes to Mike Smith of the Arizona Coyotes. By the way, me and JJ come up with candidates, and I think you said Kari or you said the Stars or something like that. Who did you say?
The first one I would have given to was the Stars, and that was a couple of games ago.
Yeah, that was a couple games ago.
Yeah, I mean, Kari Lehtinen is the backstop. He is what keeps us going on a lot of nights. And our defense is just it's our defense. And, they're either good, like they showed versus Colorado, or they have to play the Flames, and they're going to get killed.
But anyway, what happened is he gave me his idea, and I was like, how about Mike Smith? He's like, why? What happened? I said, just look it up. And he's like, yep, that's our At Least You Tried award. Basically,
it is.
Mike Smith, okay, poor guy. He's been on the Coyotes for at least a decade now.
Come home, dude. Come back home. Dallas needs you. I'm sorry.
He's been playing well on the Coyotes for at least a decade, so God save his soul. First of all, just for that. Just for playing on the Coyotes. They played the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They got outshot 60-34.
Oh, my gosh.
60-34. I'm trying to find the third period shot clock. The third period shots were 23-4 in favor of Columbus.
Oh, wow.
Mike Smith got hung out to dry, but he made 59 of those saves. Okay? Wait. NHL.com get it. Okay. The NHL credit him with 59 saves out of 60 shots, but he allowed 2 goals. So 58 saves. I don't care what NHL says. That's wrong. 58 saves. Which is still ridiculous. 58 out of 60. And
That's awesome.
He lost the game in a shootout 3-2.
Mike Smith, at least you tried.
At least you tried. That was an elite performance. A lit performance, but was not enough to get the win. And we are going to wrap it up here on the Arena Sportsnet. You are listening to the Sportatorium.
Thank you for listening.
JJ was having none of that outro. None of it.
Hi, something. Good night.
Good night. You are listening to the Sportatorium. He is JJ, the host. I am Marshall, the co-host. We are out of here. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you Wednesday.
That's right.